guys want.
Hello, this is not a spring chick, the Bikini Czar. And just the other day we were talking about cap and trade, and we were actually kind of having fun with it, talking about bikinis. But there's a lot of people that have watched that and reviewed it and made comments. So we're continuing on with cap and trade, and of course, as we hear more, we're going to share more with you. But as you can see, our cap and trade, as well as yours, it needs a little bit of tuning. Forza tuning. And I would trade caps, but I happen to like this cap. Right? So cap and trade, okay. When we were talking about swimsuits, I was literally kidding. When it's like one-piece swimsuit or two-piece swimsuit, where you have to decide which one piece to wear because of the tax issue with cap and trade. Because remember, it's like if you've got one piece versus two pieces, on two pieces you're charged twice. Well, one of the other things that, thank you for letting us know, is that not only is it what energy you waste you get taxed on, but you also get taxed on bringing in things from other countries. Now, how does that work? Because we didn't do the energy here.
Oh, it's this. The gentleman that sent us the info said they're going to hit anything that is brought into this country from a foreign country with a special energy tax for transportation.
Oh.
So that's how it works. You're going to get hit again. If you don't manufacture it here, they're going to charge you a special tax for not manufacturing here. And as we do know, as they pointed out, most of this material for swimsuits is not manufactured in the United States.
Well, and we usually got lycra or some petroleum.
Yeah, and they're made from petroleum.
As much as you don't want to admit that, but
yeah, and they're going to tax you.
That stretch.
He said they're going to hit you with it being a petroleum product. They're going to hit you for being transported into this country. They're going to hit you for being transported to where it's being cut in a swimsuit. Hit you for the energy being used to make it. Hit you for the energy that it's going to cost to transport it to the stores, and then hit you with another tax for going to buy it.
Yeah, and even though we're just talking about bikinis, if you listen to what we were saying, it basically is energy tax. So anywhere that you're requiring energy,
it adds to the cost.
Whether it's transportation, manufacturing,
storage,
yeah,
and purchasing.
So, part of it is, since it doesn't just go once, like sales tax. Remember, on sales tax, there's wholesale, right, where nobody pays taxes, and there's only the sales tax at the very end,
yeah,
right? But this tax is every step along the way. There's taxes that are added.
Every step along the way, which another a woman said, what we're going to end up with is god awful, ugly looking one-piece suits made from cotton or wool, which nobody wants because it won't cost you as much to buy it.
Oh God!
She said the swimsuits are too expensive now, which is why she said she only goes out and buys one piece of a two-piece swimsuit.
Oh, really?
Because they're too expensive now. She said add the taxes to it along the line, and she won't even buy that one piece now.
Because part of it is I was going to use a gift certificate from one of the gifting suites, and I thought, oh, it's like I knew it was an expensive swimsuit store. It's a standalone, and it's like I know if you buy things at Macy's or Bloomingdale's and you get them on sale, but I mean it was like buying a swimsuit at that store, like at Nordstrom's or at Neiman Marcus. And we're talking about $80 or $75.
It started out at $74.
$74.
That's where the starting price was, and it went up to $300 a piece.
Now that's for one part of a two-piece swimsuit.
Yeah.
And it's like, I was like, what is significantly different? Oh, actually, we've talked before about how to make your swimsuit look more expensive when it isn't.
Yeah. Actually,
maybe we'll do that again. I'm trying to think, how long ago did we do that? We might want to do that again with the new update. But, it's cap and trade. It's like, maybe now's the time. Oh, maybe they're doing it so people go out and go shopping now.
I don't think that's the point. I don't think they care. No, but we had people, also other people talking to us. What's just funny is that these are not Republicans that go to the video site. These are Democrats, and they're all unhappy. I mean, we've got more comments on cap and trade emailed to us directly emailed than we've had on any other thing we've done, because everybody has something to say. Because I mean, like I did, like the one person said, well, he said, I really don't mind if the woman only buys one piece as long as she only wears the one piece. So he was all for it.
Well, and part of it is that is just a swimsuit that we're talking about,
and it's
and we're just using that as an example compared to other things.
But
So
it's
that's gonna
everything
affect you on the rest of your clothes too.
Oh, it's all your clothes. It's everything that you buy is going to be stuck exactly. The swimsuits is an allegory for everything else that you do in life now.
We're not just talking about clothes.
No, because you go to, okay, let's say we get Obamacare, health care. You're going to be paying for everything also down the line that goes into the health care. The transport, the creation of the pharmaceuticals are the equipment being used, the transportation of it, the being put in the building and the power that's used on it, you going there to do it. Everything adds up.
It really does. Can you, I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's going to be lots of inflation.
Yeah.
We already knew we were going to be paying more in taxes, but you're going to get lots. No one. Wait a minute. And they passed that. They should be ashamed of themselves.
They didn't read it.
Well, that's the other part is you shouldn't pass things until you've read them, even if the president says.
Yeah. Also, and
those extra 300 pages that got thrown in at the last moment.
Here's another thing comment, which is from another person commenting about the one piece. He said that under the agreement that under the 300 pages that were stuck in, we become part of a worldwide system ran somewhat like the United States that will set how much this swimsuit and energy is going to cost you extra.
Well, and actually that is crazy, because part of it is you're giving the power, you're giving the tax structure of your company or country to another country.
Yeah.
And you're letting them say, well, it should cost you this much. Well, part of it is, I guess part of it is we do have, a higher standard of living, or at least we did used to have one of the higher standards of living. But I mean, well, actually, at least right now, we're not a third world country.
No.
But we may be getting closer towards that. But I mean, could you imagine if you're in one of those other countries, how much your taxes are going to be?
I know, but can you imagine, though, that
it would be cost prohibitive.
they were very serious that the cost of this swimsuit, if it passes the Senate, would be set by somebody in another country.
I think that is totally ridiculous.
That's right.
Because I don't think another country should have anything to do with ours, and it is not the UN. In fact, the UN was formed.
The UN was formed by Woodrow Wilson about 1921.
Yeah. So the UN has already said that cap and trade does not work. So what they've done is they've decided to create another organization
to handle cap and trade. So, but we found we've got lots of people talking about it, and none of it's positive. Nobody can, not one thing anybody has sent us is positive. It's just what we've got is people that have actually read the other. They didn't care about the first 1,100. It was the last 300 pages that's the killer.
Which got snuck in. And actually, if cap and trade remains popular, what we might do is bring in some of the emails.
Yeah.
And read them too, because we're talking about what's going on. Yeah. And this is a hot topic. We also do have. He was the president of Auto Nation talking about cap and trade, and he was, of course, talking about it from the auto perspective and how it would relate.
Yeah.
But that's a hot topic.
Well, it was meant to be funny. Actually, it also had a second part that we didn't do, which was suggested by a bunch of pirates. But all of a sudden, cap and trade has become serious. So, and we don't tend to we do serious news, but we didn't mean for this to be. It was meant to be funny and be a take. Instead, cap and trade has ended up.
Going to actually be covering more serious news, also not just silly stuff, but serious stuff as it relates to bikinis.
Yeah. Well, because I guess bikinis are a symbol of everything else in society, which is funny. Like I said, we're the only, the Bikini Czar is the only czar in the business that actually knows her topic. And she has multiple degrees in economics too, and she has studied internationally, and she's been a congressional intern, so she is the most learned, period.